Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the go home show, the go home Smackdown to No Way Out. But we've got a question to answer. Are we going to re-sign Bret Hart? The answer is, of course, we're going to sign Bret Hart. You don't just let this man slip away. That's not what we're doing here. We've got 3 people to sign next week. We're going to let the Hardy Boys get re-signed together. We'll sign Chris Masters right now. We've got a whole bunch of bodies to re-sign here in just a couple of weeks. Locking people up early. Early we're locking them up. Let's go. Okay. Match number 1. It's time for the preview. Let's get right into it. We ain't messing around. Carlito taking on another local talent as per request by JBL. Carlito taking on another non-contracted superstar, not a part of Smackdown, looking for some more competition as per requested by JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, our color commentator. So who's it going to be this time? Another created wrestler perhaps? We'll see how it goes. Match number 2, Gregory Helms, Rey Mysterio, some cruiserweight exhibition action like we do. Match number 3, William Regal, Marcus Corvon, 2 former United States champions, teaming up to take on the Hardy Boys. Matt and Jeff Hardy will face off at No Way Out for the United States Championship. These two gonna work together before their match on Sunday. Our main event, because we've only got 4 matches here this evening, is Bret Hart versus Umaga. Umaga is the Hurt Business's newest toy, newest bit of muscle. We've seen Chris Masters, MVP, and Mr. Kennedy all compete with Bret Hart. Now we're seeing Umaga compete with Bret Hart. Big match card. And we've got match number 1. It's coming at you hot. It's coming at you now. With the spit of that apple, here comes Carlito, Caribbean Cool. Last week he is on the right track after his victory over a local talent. We see this dude in the ring. You can't see him right now, but there you go. Over Carlito's shoulder, you see the man in the ring. He's not a small man by any means, but I don't know who the hell he is. We don't know who he is. He's not a WWE superstar. So, seems to be another local jobber. Carlito setting up for the backstabber. There it is. Beautiful. And Carlito going for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Gets the victory over the local talent once more. Oh my God. It is the great Khali, the biggest of all the big bastards here in the WWE. He is not a Smackdown superstar. Oh my gosh. Carlito is stunned. He is stopped dead in his tracks. And Khali is just coming straight to the ring. Straight for Carlito. And you see JBL grab the mic. And he tells Carlito, "Hey kid, you're not done." My gosh, this man is a behemoth, over 7 feet tall, 520 pounds. The great Khali is massive. Oh, and Carlito running right at Khali. Oh, the big boot straight to the face of Carlito. Khali, what are you doing, man? You're just stomping on Carlito. My God. A clothesline from the big man. How does he even move that fast? And Khali, what are you doing? Just absolutely brutalizing Carlito. There it is. A huge chop. Just taking out Carlito. This man did nothing to deserve this. JBL is a bastard for this. And Khali is just screaming and chanting at the crowd and flexing on Carlito. Just leave him alone, brother. Leave him alone. And he's picking him up for more? For what reason? For what reason? And now he's just got him in that vice grip. That... don't look at it too intently. That vice grip. And Khali is an animal. And JBL, an evil man. And Carlito needs some milk. And as Khali is standing over a broken Carlito, JBL grabs the mic and he tells Carlito there will be no way out against this giant known as the Great Khali. This challenge still stands. JBL doesn't think Carlito can beat a non-contracted superstar. Khali, not a part of Smackdown. I don't know how JBL got him here, and it's something else, but JBL states, no way out, steel cage match. This ugly bastard and Carlito. Carlito picking up the victory on paper over another local talent. Kenny Dykstra is the representative of that. Match number 2, Gregory Helms, Rey Mysterio. We're going to simulate this match because you see Chavo in the managerial spot. Chavo attacks Rey Mysterio. After the match, Rey Mysterio picks up the victory over Gregory Helms. Chavo attacks the Rey Mysterio, telling him that he is not a Guerrero, and he'll never be a Guerrero, and he'll never be as good as Chavo is. You know, this, that, and the third. He'll never get a shot at my cruiserweight title. Yada, yada, yada. Theodore Long comes out after Chavo attacks Rey. Theodore Long says, Chavo, you are speaking way too quickly, brother. You do not know what's going on, and I've got some plans for you this weekend. Those plans include defending your Cruiserweight Championship against Rey Mysterio at No Way Out in a one-on-one match. Chavo loses it, and that is how we go into our first commercial break. Probably not our first commercial break between two matches. That'd be nice though, but that's not the way it goes off. But that's not the first time it goes off, excuse me, but that is the way it goes off. Match number 3, we've got the Hardy Boys taking on William Regal and Marcus Corvon in a tag team match. The Hardy Boys pick up the victory. Jeff pins William Regal. Jeff, the US champion. He is looking good heading into the match at No Way Out. Both of them are really. Marcus Corvon had a good showing, but ultimately, Matt and Jeff, they pick up the victory. They're celebrating. And then Matt grabs a mic. He says, you know what, Jeff, let's make it a ladder match. Jeff absolutely accepts. And the two will fight in a ladder match for that United States Championship. Now, we've only got 4 matches on the card, but this segment takes a spot in the gameplay match card. Kane versus Randy Orton and Edge in a handicap match. Just strictly gameplay. But the promo here, Randy Orton is out at the ring, and he is calling out Kane. He is calling for Kane. Randy says, let's not beat around the bush. We know why you're here. What other reason would you have after what we did to you? After how long we took you out? Everyone forgot you were a superstar on Smackdown. You know, all of these things, just taking down Kane emotionally. Just picking him apart. So Randy Orton invites Kane. It's just Randy Orton, no Edge in this instance. Randy Orton says, I'm the one you're looking for. Kane does in fact come out. For the first time this series, Kane comes out when someone calls him out. And Kane does not look happy. But before any words could be exchanged between Randy Orton and Kane, Edge comes out and puts the numbers and the odds back in the favor of Rated RKO. The two begin to jump Kane. It's looking bad. It's not looking good for Kane. However, Kane is able to fight and fend them off. And the match is set up for No Way Out. Kane versus Randy Orton. Falls count anywhere. Kane is going to get some revenge on Randy Orton for taking him out of action for 2 months. So let's see the gameplay results of this. Of course, Kane wins the handicap match, but I'm not mad at it. It could go either way. Now, without further ado, let's get into our main event. Bret Hart, Umaga, one-on-one. Umaga, of course, has got the backup. The Hurt Business has never had greater numbers. We've got 4 members, allegedly. Or I guess, kind of, not visually. You kind of just have to take my word for it. Umaga, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, and Chris Masters. Taking on Bret Hart. Now, there is one thing to note. After Chris Masters' match with Bret Hart, Chris Masters was seen in the locker room. He shook Bret Hart's hand and he said, "Listen, Bret, we got to do what we got to do, and we are all about business, but between you and me, I don't think legends should necessarily be treated the way that we're treating you." Doesn't necessarily agree, because Chris Masters does idolize Bret Hart to an extent. Chris Masters shows Bret Hart respect in the back, and when he's not around his Hurt Business boys. So there's that little bit of an element where Chris Masters has that respect for Bret Hart. He doesn't want to do him as dirty as he's done others. And that little bit, it was just shown probably between match 2 and 3 or something like that, where, you know, nobody sees it. However, you see MVP walk up as they're like leaving one another in the background or something like that. So not the full exchange is caught or anything like that. MVP doesn't say anything about it in the moment. There's no addressing of it right now. But it is worth mentioning before we get into this main event that's starting right now. And here comes the hit man, Bret Hart. The execution of excellence. We saw him put on one hell of a show at the Royal Rumble in the main event, and he has not been able to get the mess of the Hurt Business off of his hands. The filth that is Mr. Kennedy, MVP, Umaga, and Chris Masters. Whew. Mouthful. What's gonna happen here? It's gonna be volatile, but I feel like there might be something big coming. It might just be this big Samoan man, this big Samoan savage, the Samoan bulldozer known as Umaga. Big ass dude with absolutely no brakes, all gas, doesn't stop, full intensity, and he's got a wicked moveset. Bret Hart is in trouble despite being the elite technician that he is. And Umaga just starts the match by dancing around. Bret Hart doesn't take any of it. Bret Hart quickly gets him into a lock, and Umaga turning the tables almost instantly. And okay, Bret Hart not allowing that ish to go on. No sir, but Umaga's not allowing it either. And okay, the two are going back and forth. Not a bad start to this bout by Umaga. You see, we've got weapons around the ring. This match in kayfabe is not a hardcore match. However, we had a whole bunch of singles competition tonight. My goodness. So we had to switch it up, add some stipulations a little bit, just to keep the gameplay, our match card, not entirely repetitive and redundant. Bret Hart. Oh my goodness, that spear. I'm sorry if that hurts your ears, but that spear was something deadly, folks. And Umaga delivers a cold front. My gosh, the severe impact done by Umaga there in that spear. Okay, sit down, full Nelson, Bubba Bomb, let's go. Okay, and then Umaga, is he gonna use the ring bell to his advantage? Umaga says, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But then Bret Hart's just gonna bring it right back into the ring. So then Umaga says, okay, I'll use it. Oh, Umaga says, never mind. Just kidding. I ain't using it. And Bret Hart got in the ring much quicker than Umaga did. Oh my gosh, that shot with the ring bell. This isn't so much of a match as it is just a fight. It's a scrap. It's a brawl. Umaga, Bret Hart. Bret Hart's going to try to use that mat style, those holds, those submissions. However, Umaga is just so damn big. I don't know if you could even do it. Look at that. the legs and everything are clipping, and it's just all crazy. And they ran into each other. My goodness, they're just both going after one another. Great minds think alike, I guess. Okay, and Umaga's got to stop with the running attacks. He's got to stop with the running attacks. And he does. Oh, a spear again. My goodness. There it is. Going for the quick pin. I thought he almost had him there, folks. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought there was a moment that Umaga was about to just hit him with the 1-2-3 ski and just end it right there. Oh my goodness. Umaga, you are a sick bastard, man. You are a sick bastard. Okay, but Bret Hart, he's got the sleeper hold on him. Okay, nicely done there, Umaga. Big STO. My goodness, this man is just crazy, dude. He's uncontainable, uncontrollable. And Bret Hart's starting to give him some business back. But Umaga, once again, reversing him and getting the upper hand and then delivering a high impact move. That seems to be the recipe. Big shoulders there, attacking the midsection of Bret Hart. Umaga's got a lot of meat, man. A lot of meat to be slapping around. And he's got Bret Hart in a bear hug. Bret Hart does get out, in fact. But again, just coming straight after him with the offense. Being relentless, really. Okay. Bret Hart able to get out of it that time. What's he doing? Quick fireman's carry right there. You gotta go for some higher impact offense if you're Bret Hart. You know, Umaga's probably got a high rate of durability, a high amount of damage that he can take. Bret Hart, not so much, a much smaller frame than Umaga. And he loves that ring bell. I tell you what, he loves the ring bell. Oh, look at the strength. Look at the strength. Oh, never mind. Nice DDT there by Umaga. Bret Hart was putting on a nice display of a real will to try. Big STO there, but try and only get you so far. And Umaga's about to hit him with the Samoan spike. The Samoan spike. My gosh. And Umaga, can he get the 1-2-3 over the legend? And yes, he does. Yes, he does. Bret Hart just took the loss. And Umaga does pick up the victory. He picks up the victory. But in kayfabe, it's not entirely clean. We see clear interference with Mr. Kennedy MVP. Chris Masters stays out of it a little bit because, you know, Chris Masters like, it's Bret Hart, bro. And he's a little starstruck. And after the match, Mr. Kennedy brings the dogs into the ring, brings the Goonies. Everybody starts kicking and stomping on Bret Hart a little bit. Mr. Kennedy just says, dispose of the filth. He picks up, or he has Umaga. Umaga picks him up, hits him with another Samoan spike, picks him up again. MVP hits him with the playmaker. They pick him up again. They tell Chris Masters, put him in the master lock. Hold him there. Knock him out. Chris Masters, he sets up. He sets up. He's going to do it. He can't do it. He refuses. The boys are shocked. And Mr. Kennedy, he grabs the mic. He's like, you know, I understand. I heard, you know, MVP told us, Montel, he told us all about your admiration for Bret. And, you know, I get it. It makes sense. He's a legend. This, that, and the third. Yada, yada, yada. Umaga grabs him and hits him with the Samoan spike. Mr. Kennedy says, but if you're not with us, you are against us, and you're gonna get hurt. So Chris Masters now on the ground, and they're setting up Bret Hart to take a Green Bay plunge, and it's not looking pretty. However, Bobby Lashley's music hits, and Bobby Lashley proceeds to clear the ring. He takes out MVP, he takes out Umaga, and he takes out Mr. Kennedy. And Bobby Lashley is signaling that he is taking his world championship back at No Way Out, and there ain't a damn thing Mr. Kennedy or anybody on the Hurt Business can do about it. He helps up Bret Hart. He does not help up Chris Masters. Chris Masters is able to kind of get up on his own. It's Bobby Lashley, Bret Hart, the Hurt Business, and then Chris Masters outside ringside. So 3 different little groups of folks right there. That is our show of SmackDown, guys. Our next show is going to be No Way Out. It's going to be huge. We got some shenanigans we just got to get through, and then we'll chuck up the deuces and see you at No Way Out. Couple texts. Bret Hart contract was expiring. We signed that before this show. Let's see what Raw and ECW had to do. Blank match 1. Y2J Big Show again with another half star. Sandman, Ashley, Elijah losing to Melina, Michelle, and A-Rob. John Cena, JTG lose to King Booker and Candice, and then Roddy Piper and Undertaker do not win the tag team, or I think they're losing the tag team championships right here to Khali and Batista. Khali made his appearance on SmackDown and won the tag team championships all in the same week. Good for you guys. Nicely done there. 3 stars for ECW, and Raw was 3 stars. So we got half star from ECW, 2 vacant matches for ECW, and then Sabu versus Mark Henry, Mickey, and Tori. Interesting. A tag team, Ric Flair with Kelly Kelly and Rick Rude and Shad, and then another fatal 4-way in clear ECW fashion. Triple H or Shawn Michaels is the ECW champion, I believe. I don't know who. I don't know which is which. 4.5 stars for this match. Nicely done. SmackDown, 3.5 stars. Don't get any fans though, I bet. Kenny and Carlito. Kenny simulates a local jobber, local talent, and / the Great Khali. 4-star bout between Gregory Helms and Rey Mysterio. 3.5 for the tag team match. 4 stars for the handicap match. That wasn't a real match. And then 4 stars for our main event, which saw Bret Hart get his ass beat by Umaga. Bobby Lashley came back and made his first appearance since getting not really suspended, but he was removed from SmackDown for crossing the line when beating the shit out of MVP. And then we also saw Chris Masters get kicked out of the Hurt Business. So a lot of things happened in our main event. That's because it was a go-home show to No Way Out. We got a full match card for No Way Out. It's gonna be big. We'll see you there. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Later.